Hey, here's your mini heads up to this bonusy type podcast. It's a reminder to you and me of all the free hypnosis tracks I've done. I forgot how many I'd done and what they did and all the different subjects that I've approached and put a hypnosis track to help you with. And I think it'll probably help you to be reminded as well. And I'll give you a few little insights of what those tracks do. If you're not part of this group and have access to the free hypnosis, well, this is a little taster, as it were, to give you an idea of all the things that could be yours. They're totally free and they're downloadable, so you can put them on any device you want. But it's a great catalogue, I believe, of hypnosis that are tools to help you and support your personal development and your attaining the goals that you want. And they support all the podcasts. There are subjects there we go backwards and forwards on, and I refer to these. So bear with me just 10 minutes or so, and we'll go through all the tracks that are available to you and remind you of what they do. Okay? Have a listen.
Warning. You are entering into the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. Too late. Personal Development Unplugged.
Hey everybody, this is just a little reminder, I guess. Reminder of the free hypnosis tracks I do. Now I know I tell you that there's at least 40 tracks there. Free hypnosis that you can download, you can put on any device. But just saying that is, well, what's there then, Paul? Because I want to remind you, because even if you're signed in and you get that access, the PDU access to these free hypnosis tracks, you may have forgotten what's actually there. So this is just a little mini review of what you can see, have and get when you go to paulcloughonline.com/podcast and get access to the free hypnosis. So the very first one, right down at the bottom of that website page, is Hypnosis for Feeling Comfortable and Anxiety Free. This is a process that people use to let go of panic attacks. It's so simple. You never even go near the things that are causing you anxiety, because it all starts about feeling comfortable. That's an awesome track. I love doing that process. Then we've got changing and letting go of beliefs. Whoa, we talk about beliefs all the time. Getting another point of view is another one. We call it perceptual positions, but just taking another point of view, seeing it through maybe somebody else's eyes, or coming away from the problem, a meta view, as it were. Great one there. Hypnosis for pausing. Getting you just to pause in life and taking stock of what's happening right now. There's another hypnosis track saying things that are important to me in a relationship, because when you get to remember the things that are important to you in all relationships, you tend to look for them even more, and that really works well. Changing the way you feel. What a wonderful thing to do. There's also one called My Autobiography, Looking Through the Eyes of Love. Now that is such a great thing for self-esteem. Going for it. Making a memory. You see, when you make a memory, or you make up a memory as if you've done something, this gives you the confidence to go and do it. And then we followed that with competence and confidence, because there's no point in just having super confidence if you're not competent at what you're confident on and in. Enriching a dream. Attracting goals. Deep thinking. Hypnosis to get your unconscious mind to help you to focus on deep thinking. There's one called Finding Your Voice. That real voice, the voice inside you. Going to a quiet place in my mind, a long version. That's like meditating without meditating. Just that quiet place. There's also finding peace and quiet after a busy day. What an awesome thing. Have a busy day. Let's just chill out. Reflection. There's one called Reigniting Your Passions. finding your own mastermind group in your head. Great one. How about hypnosis flooding in the right way? So that's flooding those wonderful emotions that you want. We talk about positive intention every time. There's a track there saying finding your positive intention. So it'll help you look at the issues you've got, but first of all realize there's a positive intention behind it. So then you can notice a conflict. There's a coaching track of let's start right now on your dreams. I've talked before about well-formed conditions, and I'll always be talking about well-formed conditions for outcomes and goals, because they need to be, every outcome has to be well-formed. If it doesn't, it tends to fall apart. So not only do you talk about it, but we also have a hypnosis track. And each one of these, by the way, are tied back to a podcast. So you can listen to the podcast, the numbers on the webpage, so you can go back and listen to that podcast again, and then run the hypnosis track and really get into it. So I've got one there which says working backwards from a goal, because when you work backwards from the goal, you know what the first step is. Pushing away fear. Spinning fear away. 2 wonderful tracks there that just allow you to do what you want and deal with those fears that you have, but in a different way. And we've got looking back from the future, looking back from where you'd love to be, and then finding those steps. Going through discomfort is another one. Letting go and reconnecting. I love that process, because every day when you work on yourself, even if you don't, you're a different person today than you were yesterday. And if you've done this personal development work, going through these podcasts and other podcasts, you will be a different person from you started. So let's disconnect from the old you. Let's disconnect from people and then reconnect. Reconnect being you. There's learning about money. Everyone has an attachment to money in a different way. And it's nice to understand our attachments to money, or maybe what money thinks of us. That's a weird thing, because that's the conscious process of learning from money. Woo. Hypnosis for a better meditation practice. Meditation is the most wonderful thing to do. It allows you to just to focus, bring your attention back, because that's effectively, in some ways, what it is. It's a process of you practicing, bringing your focus back all the time to one thing, and adding hypnosis to that to allow you to have a more in-depth, deeper meditation practice. It's got to be good, isn't it? Being with your best friend inside, your unconscious mind. Hypnosis there to allow you to just sit and be with your best friend. Maybe ask questions, listen for answers. Sleep tonight, for those of you who have issues with sleeping, just helps you a little bit. Connecting to the new you. As we're saying, we're a different person. Each one is great to connect to that new you. And sometimes we do all this work, but we don't review. We might review a little bit, but lovely hypnosis track there for just reviewing where we've come from, how far we've travelled. And a visualization process for succeeding in anything. And then reigniting your passion. So many different tracks, and I haven't covered them all. What I'm saying now is really, if you didn't know, well, there's a brief overview of what's available at paulcloughonline.com/podcast. There's so many there, and they're all free. And if you listen to the webcast, if you listen to the podcast that they're attached to, it will give you a deeper understanding. But each podcast I talk to will relate to some of these anyway. Certainly things like positive intentions, well-formed outcomes, setting your state, having passion, being able to visualize, having gratitude. I refer to them all the way through. So these are great tools that you can use at any time. And once you know they're there, you can just dip in. And they're going to continue to grow. So I'll probably do another one of these podcasts in a year's time, and we'll just show how many more there are. This is just the tip of the iceberg. There's more to come. There's one or two. These, as I say, these are all free, but on paulcloughonline.com, you can look and there's 2 or 3 programs there which have hypnosis, really defined hypnosis programs. They might float your boat as well. But have a look at these free ones. I really implore you to do that, because this is the tools that allow you to really connect to your unconscious mind. That's what I believe anyway. If nothing else, I do know you'll feel really comfortable with them. You go through it, you'll feel comfortable, you'll feel relaxed, but that's not the intention behind these hypnosis tracks. It's to get results, to get your unconscious mind and conscious mind firing on the same goal in life for you, to get you aligned, congruent in what you do, what you say, and how you say it, to achieve your goals. These are just like, I suppose if you were rock climbing, these are your safety lines. Because when you have them and you know they're there, you can climb anything. You can succeed anything. So have more success than you can stand. It's just a little recap. I'd love your feedback, by the way. Which one you enjoy the most? Or what else would you like? Because if I know a topic that you'd like to have and it's not on the list, tell me about it. I'll talk about it and I'll create a hypnosis track for you. Okay? So enjoy them with my compliments. They're there for you, from me. Okay, that's enough. I'll speak to you soon.
Warning, you are now leaving the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. It's time to fly on your own. Be brave, my friend.
Personal Development Unplugged.